Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Mindful Convo. So for today the topic will be big data. So this is the topic which is frequently asked in professional level exams of APM and SBL. So we'll try to understand the whole topic. So we will be talking about what is big data, then 3 V's of big data and what are the risks associated with big data. So let's start with the meaning of big data. So it refers to a huge volume of data that cannot be stored and processed using the traditional approach. So how huge this data needs to be in order to classify as big data. So don't go by the name that it's a big data, so it should be a huge volume of data. So there is a lot of misconception in understanding the meaning of big data. So people think that if data is in gigabytes, terabytes, or maybe in petabytes, so it will be greater in size, then only it will be known as big data. But this is not the case. Even a small amount of data can be called as big data. So let me take an example. So if we want to attach 100 MB of file to an email, we can't do this. Therefore 100 MB of attachment can be referred to as a big data. So although 100 MB is not that big, but it is not able to attach in the normal Gmail, so we'll call it as a big data here. So it's a very terminological meaning of big data, but on actual basis the big data has some different meaning. So let's take an example of real world. So there are some popular social networking sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. There are so many websites, so they receive ton of data on daily basis. So you can't even imagine how much volume of data is stored and processed on these sites. So therefore we will term this huge volume of data as a big data. So don't try to understand differently this meaning, like if there is a huge volume of data in GBs or terabytes, then only it's a big data. So basically big data is a huge collection of data which is used by companies, and they usually use to take as a competitive advantage. So now we'll take some more examples to understand that what is actually a big data. We can take an example of Amazon Prime. So it has over 100 million users worldwide. So the company uses information gathered from analysis of viewing habits to inform decisions on which shows to invest in. So generally Amazon Prime is lots of its web series which are coming on daily basis. So before investing on such a big web series, because they usually cast so many big actors on it, and there is a huge budget besides those I'll say this web series. So before going on air, they try to analyze that what are the consequences after that series will be on air, that which type of audiences will be taking, which will be watching those series. So there are so many questions. So to answer these questions, they take help of big data terminology. So and they try to analyze the past viewing figures and understand that whether the population will be viewing such type of shows or not. So they'll try to predict, and they will try to analyze that what is the past experience and in future what type of audience will be there. So this can help to determine if the show is a viable investment or not. So without big data, if we don't analyze it, if we don't use this terminology, maybe we'll try to make a good show but it has no such viewers, then our investment will get wasted. So some other examples of big data are also there, like financial services organizations can use big data on customer activity to carefully segment their customer base and therefore accurately target individuals with relevant offers, because we also get so many calls from credit card companies, from debit cards. So if we are searching or we are contacting with for credit card, so we get the calls related to only that prospects, and these companies knows that the more younger generation, they will be using so much credit cards, and comparatively the old people rely on debit cards. So accordingly the big data try to classify that what are the users needs and preferences, and uh, like after analyzing the users need and preferences, they call you and they try to bifurcate that which particular age group want credit card and which particular age group want loans, or they are in needs of debit card. So accordingly they try to coordinate. So this was an example of very real life example of financial service organizations. And also, when if you talk about the political world, so the politicians use social media analytics so to establish where they have to campaign the hardest. So the social media analytics, let me tell you, if you take an example of Facebook, so in each and every social media now they have a feature of analytics which will give you information that how many age group people are watching your videos or are watching your page, are active on your page, regularly active or not. So there are so many analytics are present there, so politicals can use those particular analytics and they will get to know that yes, in this particular area they have so many people who are in their favor, and there are in this area where the people are not in favor of that organization, there are anti people. So accordingly they can coordinate and they can think of whether to where at which place the elections to be done in the hardest, or where it can be the I'll say the campaign can be run in a very slow motion. So accordingly they decide. Then aircraft agencies are also an example where they track the status of air traffic or progress of flights through big data. So big data is relevant to performance management in number of ways. So basically we are talking about the ACC exam. So obviously in the big data we'll try to mix it up with the performance management. So how it is helping the companies. So it can help the organization to understand its customer needs and preferences, as I have also told you earlier, that which can then be used to improve marketing and sales. It can improve forecasting, for example, of future customer spending or of machine replacement cycle, so that more appropriate decisions can be made. Obviously, if you can be able to forecast in a better way, then you can easily try to know about what are the customer preferences and you can work accordingly. And it can help the organization to automate business process. Everything is everything is now getting so much advanced, everything is running on automation, so it has resulted in a very improved efficiency. So similarly, big data is already an automated thing, there is no manual work going on, so it can help to provide more detailed, relevant and up-to-date performance measurement. There will be more accurate results, there will be more realistic results of performance measurement. Now if we go forward, we'll see the 3 V's of big data, which is really important point. So there are 3 V's: volume, variety and velocity, and there is an add-on which is veracity. So the volume is the organizations now hold huge volumes of data on which processing is done. So for example, a supermarket will have a data store of all purchases made. So generally when you will visit to a supermarket store, there you will see that there is a database in which all the purchases are stored, like which customer has made which purchases, and you can easily go there and you can, if at the time of payment, you can easily show your card and you can easily swipe there. And also if your name is already in their database, they will provide you some loyalty points and you can easily redeem those points. So all this is because of big data. And you can also take example of an online retailer. So he will have a data store of every product. So online retailer knows that what are the products which a customer is in need. And also whenever you try to visit the website of an online retailer, so you will see that if you are clicking on any product, then and without purchasing that product, without paying for that product, after adding it into a cart, if you press the back button, after some time you will start receiving the discount option. So it is all the big data that they have analyzed, that you want this product, but due to maybe some price issues you have not purchased it. So it is all the big data. And some social media companies like Facebook will have a data store of all the posts. So there are so many posts, there are million of posts daily posted on the Facebook. So this is the volume of data. There is a huge volume of data which is on the Facebook database. So the first V is volume. Now other one is variety. Now big data can include much more than simply financial information. So apart from financial information, there could be so many data. There is variety of data like internal or external information, and that data can also be both structured and unstructured. So this is a huge challenge here, that there is a lot of variety. So the structured data is like if there is a direct data, let's say if you take an example of any company where the sales ledger is there, and in sales ledger there are direct amounts, yes, that this much is the sale, this much is the payroll amount, this much is the revenue. So you have a very direct set of data where you don't need to do any amendments to extract it. It is already an extracted data. On the other hand, there could be some other indirect data which are unstructured or maybe semi-structured, like the data in the videos. So you have to extract it by listening to it or by using any other tools, or there can be data in the multimedia files, or there can be data in the PowerPoint presentations, and you have to extract the data from there. So there is a huge variety of data from which you have to analyze, and you have to use the big data techniques to extract it, to analyze that what's the actual data. Then other one is velocity. So the rate of speed at which the data is processed, it is called velocity. So the data must be turned into useful information quickly enough to be used in decision making and performance management, because although there is a variety of data, but in what time, how much fraction of seconds you are able to convert it into a good data, a presentable data. So it all comes under velocity. So it's a very difficult task, but it is easy if you are automating the things. Then the other one is veracity. So it's accuracy and reliability of data, because there is no one audit trail of data. So we need to have the data which is accurate and reliable. There is no point of using an unreliable data. So although the main three V's are volume, variety and velocity, but the veracity is added as of now, but still we always call them as the three V's of big data. Then other one is risk associated with big data. So what are the risks which are involved with the big data? So the availability of skills to use big data system, as there is huge complexity involved. The first point is that the complexity is so much that a normal person can't use these techniques. So you should be very skilled and efficient, trained enough to use the big data. So it's not easy to get such employees, to get such skilled workers. Then other one is data security. So if you are let's say take example of Facebook, and you have so much data on the Facebook database, so much personal data of the customer. So it's your responsibility to protect that data, that data don't get leaked anywhere. So the data security issues are really with the big data. So you have to deal with such issues. So there can be a risk to the data protection of organizations as they collect a greater range of data, and basically the data is almost personal data. Now other one is the huge cost involved. So the cost of establishing the hardware and analytical software needed, and the I would say that there is a huge technicalities involved, because of which the huge cost is involved. So there are so many expensive hardware and softwares are used in big data. So you should have to like analyze it, whether the profit which are you going to earn should not be less than the cost which is involved in buying those hardwares. Now other one is demographic issues. So younger generation use more social media as compared to elder age group. So elder age group don't post much on Facebook obviously, so they get missed while the big data research, because if a company is doing any research through big data, then the post of youngsters will be only there on Facebook. There will be not much post of other age groups, so the research can't be done in a proper way. So the demographic issues should be balanced only. So this was all about the big data, and I think it's a very huge topic, but I have tried to take all the main points and have explained very well, so that it will be easy for you to apply these points in the exam. So this was all about the big data, and in case if you have any other doubts related to big data, you can ping me. Feel free to ping me in the comment section anytime. I'll reply to your messages, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. So till then, goodbye. Thank you.